Hi, welcome to another edition of Cooking with Hoppy. I'm Mark Crory, along with Carol Vales, aka Hoppy. And I guess you could say I'm the eye candy and you're the brains of the operation, right? No, some would say the opposite. Some would say nothing about me.
Neither one.
Neither one. All right. Well, on today's show, we have kind of a fun show, I think. We're going to be making some pesto pizza, some sandwiches, some soup, and for dessert, a little individual apple crisp.
Yep.
Great.
Pretty easy.
Yep. So let's start off with the pizza.
All right. This is a white pizza. This is one of those Boboli crusts you can buy at the store.
Yep.
And a lot of times at restaurants, a white pizza is a white sauce, which is too creamy. And
right.
I try to get away from a lot of
cream stuff. Good.
So this is just olive oil, chopped garlic, oregano, basil, and thyme. Oh. Then you just put it over the base.
Nice.
This is good for a Super Bowl thing. We usually bring this to a lot of parties.
Yeah.
People love it.
Yeah. I don't know when this show will air, but we are actually recording it a couple days before the Patriots play in their 9th Super Bowl, I think it is.
I'm losing track.
Yeah, I know.
And then when the pizza is done, I like to cut it. I just have some scissors at home just for pizza only. So you cut it with.
Okay.
Instead of getting a knife, but I didn't bring my scissors today, maybe.
All right.
And then we have gorgonzola cheese. I usually like the Stella brand, but they didn't have that today. But it's so good. So, I know you don't like cheese, you said, right?
Well, there's some kinds I don't like. Yeah. The good thing about these ready-made pizza crusts is just that. They're ready-made. You know, if you're in a hurry, but you want to make a pizza for dinner and it kind of has that homemade feel.
Yep. Okay, that can go in the oven for like 20, 25 minutes.
All right, and that's at 350?
375.
375 for about 25 minutes.
Yep.
All right. While I do this, I want to mention that we're at Hunter Appliance again in Littleton. We are at the DCS kitchen, which is one of the many display kitchens they have here.
But they made this specifically for us.
Did they?
Yep.
Oh, well, they made this specifically for us so we could do our show here. And we really appreciate Hunter Appliance. If you haven't been down, you want to check it out right here in Littleton, Massachusetts. They've been around for a long time. Used to be in the old penny candy store.
Oh, really? I never knew that.
Do you know what the penny candy store was?
No.
Well, you know where they were. Hunter Appliance was, right?
Oh, yeah, at the
across from the gas station.
Yeah.
Well, when I was growing up, that was a penny candy store.
Wow, I missed out.
You'd go in there and big candy counter, similar to the one up Chudder's. You've been to that one, right? Up in
that's
northern
great.
New Hampshire. Yeah.
That's a killer place.
Yeah. So anyway. So we've got the pizza cooking, and meanwhile, we're going to make some sandwiches.
This is a pressed Italian sandwich.
Okay.
So this is a ciabatta. So you just cut it crosswise. And you can use like oil and vinegar or whatever you care for. But I like pesto.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like it, but it just adds a nice...
What is pesto, actually?
It's basil, olive oil, and Parmesan cheese. Then you just put like in the blender or a food processor.
Okay. So this is not a cooked sandwich. This is going to be a non-cooked sandwich. Yeah. So you put some lettuce, provolone cheese. Now people may say, "Oh, what's so hard about making a sandwich?" But the trick is what we're going to do afterwards. Okay.
And you could put in, mortadella, whatever, capicola, whatever you care. I just like.
So that's just some salami, right?
Yep, salami. I like to fluff it up instead of having it.
Yep.
Instead of just flat.
Thank you.
It's one of the good things about taping here at Hunter Appliance is that the food that we bake can go to the workers, which is great. And it doesn't go to waste, which is good. And then I don't have to eat it all, which is also good. All right, so you've got your sandwich made here.
Then you have to press it down hard. Then we have to wrap it in plastic. Then you have to get the plastic really tight.
Okay.
Go. So just wrap it, press it down as you're wrapping it. Yep. And we'll put some around the ends, just so it won't dry out.
Okay.
'Cause this is going to go in the refrigerator afterwards.
There you go.
And then I have
up in NASA.
a brick wrapped in foil in the fridge, and you press it. You press it for like a half a day or day.
You actually put a brick.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
isn't that
And you
something?
put the foil on it so it won't be dirty. Or you can use a heavy cast iron frying pan.
Wow. So this is something that you would make the day before.
Or even in the morning
Yeah.
for the evening.
Do you recommend that it's just
Yep.
gets real smushed?
Yeah, at least a half a day.
Okay. All right. Good. So let me move this to the side a little bit.
Or you could just get it out of there.
And
You just
next
start
we
making
have
soup.
our soup. We have a bunch of different ingredients here. Why don't you tell us what we've got for your soup? And this is minestrone soup,
Yep,
right? Okay.
And for the fat, this is thick bacon. I like using Oscar Mayer the best.
Okay.
I don't know why, but that's the best we have.
Are they a
And-
sponsor of this show?
No.
Otherwise, don't mention the brand
No.
of bacon.
No, but
I'm just
I've tried
kidding,
a
I'm
number
just
of the bacon. I mean, Bill's a big bacon connoisseur, so we've tried other ones, and
Yeah.
they're just not as good.
Okay.
So this will render a lot of fat, and then it's good for the flavoring too. And then you chop up all the vegetables. In the beginning, it's just easier instead of,
Yeah.
cutting up one thing and then putting in the pot.
Sure.
It's nice to have everything, and
So you got green beans, you've got cucumbers,
zucchini,
oh, zucchini,
celery,
celery, some lettuce,
Cabbage.
carrots. Oh, that's. Let's start again. You got green beans, you got zucchini, you got
Yeah,
cabbage,
celery,
celery,
carrots,
onions, and then some garlic,
garlic paste.
a garlic paste, which basically, how did you?
I chopped up garlic and then put some salt on it, and then you mash it with the side of your knife, and it's a nicer
Oh, mix
garlicky
it-
taste
okay.
instead of just the
All right.
chocolate.
And then
pot-
some
potatoes.
Some potatoes. All right.
So we just have to start cooking the bacon to get some fat.
Get that going. Okay.
Here's my spoon.
And what kind of what do you use for a broth?
I use beef broth. That's already, and no salt in it. If you want to add more salt, you can. And I try to do as low sodium
Yeah.
as possible.
I mean, the bacon will give it
Oh yeah,
a
that's a lot
salty
too.
taste.
Yep. And then we're going to add like fire roasted chopped tomatoes or diced, and tomato paste.
So you've got them both in that one can?
Yep, it just
Okay.
flops them on the top.
All right.
And oregano, basil. And then I don't like mushy pasta. So first I sauteed the pasta in butter, and then I cooked it in chicken broth so it has a lot of flavor.
Wow.
So then when you put the soup, you put the pasta in a bowl, and then you put the hot soup over it. Because if you let it
Oh.
sit for days, it just gets
Mushy.
really fat, and it comes out like American
Right.
spaghetti, like-
Right.
So it's just nice to.
So are you completely cooking the bacon, or just
to get a little bit of fat.
yeah?
Smells good. This will send people running.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be giving off as much. Well, probably has to cook some more.
So is this your?
Yep. I love the
Kettle?
cast. I cook all my soups in this.
Do you?
Yeah. I'd like to get another one.
It's funny, cast iron has been around for
Oh yeah, it's great.
centuries.
I love a cast iron frying pan too. But I'd like to get a. It has a glass cover, but I'd rather have one with a metal. Because then you can bake breads in it in the oven too.
Huh. That's interesting.
going to add a little bit of oil. Just doesn't seem to be doing too much here.
So I believe this is our 9th
I know.
episode that we're
Wow.
taping. And,
I don't remember when we started. What year was that, folks?
I think it was 1972.
It feels like.
Yeah. No.
I don't know.
Uh,
We'll have to have
must have been
Nancy go into the archives and
It
find
was
out.
2 years ago, I think
Really?
it was, we started. But now that we're on the internet, you know,
Oh, yeah.
YouTube and everything, we get calls and letters from people all over the country and the world
Oh, wow.
asking for your recipes and
Oh, good.
asking for your number. And
Oh, yeah.
I try to tell them
Yeah. She's not available.
she's not available, but
Oh, can we start bringing the vegetables over if you
sure.
want?
Yeah. All right.
You can just take the whole tray over. Sorry.
I will take the whole
Yeah.
tray over.
Sure, we can just put that here.
There you
Probably
go.
put all the harder things in first, like the carrots and then.
Okay. Now, how long is this going to take to get to the consistency that?
You're supposed to let it cook at least 2 hours. I put this one on this morning
Yeah.
at 7 just to have it available.
Yeah.
Maybe we can put that one on too, just now that we're. Look up your arm. Just so it's
There you go.
hot.
So it's good to let it, like you said, let it cook and get that flavor.
And it's good to
going.
do it like the day before too, and, you know. So I like to put all the hard vegetables in first, and put the potatoes in.
So we got our carrots, we got our celery, we've got, or zucchini rather. No, celery. Potatoes,
Yeah.
the bacon. It's starting to smell really good
I
already.
know. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Or you can use salt pork too. It's just a big slab of fat.
Yeah.
And just they use that a lot in fish chowders and
So
fish soup.
interesting. Flavor is obviously important, but
Yeah.
but you're more looking for that fat to
It's a flavor mostly for
Yeah.
the soup.
and just the grease from the fat helps to
Oh yeah.
cook and
Yep. And it gets into the soup.
yeah. That's great. Now, is this a recipe that you've kind of fiddled with over the years, or
No, I just got it from a friend of mine the other day. 'Cause She
Okay.
makes it all the time, and she
Good.
said also a note she put in the book. It says you can put soup bones of beef bones in it to add to the flavor, but I just didn't buy any. And I think if I bought them first, you would boil them in water for like 5 or 10 minutes just to get all the impurities out and
Yeah.
a lot of fat, and then put them in. Or if you have time too, you can roast them first.
are you do you do that a lot, like with turkey carcasses, and
Yeah, usually after Christmas.
you save them and
Yep.
then make a soup or
yeah.
something?
And then I just put the broth in a bag and just save it for later. Even if you don't want to use it
Yeah.
at that time, you're probably sick of soup. And I like to put these in and let the cook the cabbage just a little bit to wilt it. If there's any big pieces, take them out. I don't like.
So it's interesting you've done all this without adding any of the broth yet.
Yep,
This is just to get it all kind
And
of
get it soft and wilted.
yeah. Boy, you could eat this by itself.
I know, yep, that's big good. That's why I like making the sandwiches with the meat in it, just to have a little bit of. I'm not really a vegetarian.
No.
I like to have a little bit of meat.
Not that there's anything wrong with
I
that.
know, I know.
Yeah. No, I am not either.
How's our pizza doing in there? Is it
let's-
melting?
Let's check it out.
How's the cheese?
Oh, it's melting.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Great. See how the cabbage is wilted?
Yes, I
A
do.
little bit, yeah. And if you have other vegetables you like, you just put whatever you want in there.
Well, you got most of them covered.
Yep. Then I'd add this is diced, they're roasted tomatoes, so there's a bit different flavor.
Okay.
And then it's kind of aggravating to see the black marks, but just adds a nice flavor. And the tomato paste really enriches the soup.
Yeah.
And the tomato flavor. And just add a whole thing of beef broth. And some oregano, probably basil. A teaspoon of basil. Teaspoon of oregano.
That's great.
And then you just let it sit. I just like to bring it up to a boil and then just let it simmer. I don't like things going crazy. And
Do you cover it?
yeah,
or-
I'll cover it. So
normally-
there's my cover over here.
Okay.
I'm just going to let it boil first.
Sure.
And then I'll,
Move this over here closer
Sure.
to you.
this is probably for this one here. This one seems to be getting too thick because it took the cover off and the liquid evaporated.
Oh.
You really should keep it.
Still looks good though.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
All right. Well, now we're going to make a little dessert here. So what are we making for dessert?
This is a quick apple crisp. We're gonna cut up the apples, and then this goes in the microwave, and it cooks in 5 minutes.
So you're talking about individualized apple crisps.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. All right. So I peeled some apples.
I know. You did a great job.
Yeah. Thank you.
Here you go. Get a.
So
Oh, wait. It's nice to have an apple core. That just.
yeah. So you've already mixed in this bowl here.
There's flour and sugar and quick oatmeal, cinnamon, and butter. And this too, you can put nuts in it if you want to, or some people like nuts and everything.
Raisins.
Yep. Or dried cranberries. Look good.
Good one. Do you like craisins? Have you ever had?
Yeah, I love them.
do you?
Yeah.
Those are good.
But I just looked at the carbo count the other day, and it's like 144 calories for like 1 ounce or something.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sugar.
Worst thing they could ever do is put that stuff on the labels.
I know, no kidding. Well, that's good to know.
When you didn't think about it, it was
Yeah.
not a problem.
I know,
but
no
now
kidding.
that you're thinking about it. Just like growing up, we used to ride in the back of the station wagon with
Oh,
no
yeah.
seat belts
Yep,
facing
and the
the
seat
other way.
backwards, yeah.
Yeah.
Good, yeah. That's good for.
Even
Get
pickup
rear-ended.
trucks. I can
I know.
remember riding in the back of pickup
yeah.
trucks.
Uh-huh.
With, I don't know. Kids don't know how to have fun these days, You don't know fun until you've flown from the
I
far
know.
back seat to the
Yeah, no
front
kidding.
seat.
Okay, you can start putting these in the.
Just a couple,
Yep.
handful
Just
in
to
each?
fill them. Yep,
Just
fill them all up.
To the top? Or
Yep.
Okay.
And we'll just put a little bit of lemon juice.
Lemon juice for keeping it from going brown, or is that more for flavor?
And for the flavor also.
Yeah. Is that filled enough?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, I'll put a little bit more, just get rid of them.
Okay. Well, you have to have room for your crumble. But I guess you're really going to mush that in, right?
Yep.
So once you've put all this stuff in, how long do you nuke these up for?
I think it's like 5 minutes. And you have to let it sit for a few minutes because it's really hot, especially with all the. This is brown sugar. The
Yeah.
brown sugar in there.
Wow, now that's a really quick and easy way to do
Yep.
apple crisp.
Or if you just want to make one for yourself, you can
Yeah.
just put it in a coffee mug and then nuke it.
Yeah. That's great.
Okay, now we can put it in the microwave over here.
Okay.
You take a couple, I'll take a couple.
Yep. Okay, I think now our pizza should be ready. So
Ready to plate.
yeah, let's see how that looks. Okay.
Great. Smells good.
It does smell good. Oh yeah. Hello.
Yo, cheese lover.
Say hello
you.
to
I
my
know.
little
I
friend.
know.
All right, look at that. Can you get a nice shot of that? I'm sure you can. Smells good.
I know. So we'll get
Smells
that.
All right, so we'll let that
sandwich.
cool down just a smudge.
And here's the pressed sandwich you made earlier.
Yep. Now, normally we would keep this maybe all day in
Yep.
your fridge or overnight, but you took a brick, you wrapped it in tin foil,
Yep.
and you put the brick on top of
Yep.
this thing, and now we have a real smushed sandwich.
But if you have a cast iron pan, you can use that also.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Just gonna cut this end off that doesn't have very much. I mean, there's not that
That
much.
piece is good for me.
Okay. The whole end.
Great.
See how it probably could use a lot
Yeah.
more,
Let's show that to the,
But
hold
that's-
it up just
you
like
know.
this.
a lot more meat in it, but
Isn't that nice?
probably need like twice as much meat.
Well,
Well, this was better in the
you
middle
know,
here.
you're going to have soup,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
going to have
yeah,
pizza,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
going to have, you know.
Well, this is in case people don't like a lot of cheese or don't like pizza.
Yeah.
You can either have
Well,
this
it's
or
nice to have a little sampling
Yep,
of each. I'll put this on the board as well.
used to be good for Super Bowl too.
Yes. Yeah, we've all got Super Bowl on our mind. As we tape this show, I think I mentioned earlier that the Patriots are in their 9th Super Bowl, so we're in a good mood today because the game hasn't happened. I'm sure my blood pressure will go up through the roof
know.
on Sunday.
All right, we have
I
that.
read that every Super Bowl they've been in has been decided by 8 points or
Oh
less.
boy, yeah.
So-
in the last 3 minutes too.
Yeah.
All right, we can cut the.
The pizza?
Yep.
Okay.
Just cut it into eighths. Here we
Yep.
go.
Let me get rid of this pan.
Okay. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Here you go.
Okay. At home, we have a pizza roller. And those are very helpful. All right. Now what do I want to do this? Let's see. 8.
Yeah,
That would
just
be,
cut another thing in half. And keep going quarter.
my Littleton High School
I know.
education coming into play here. 8. That would be 4
know.
quarters, and then you cut the quarters into.
Then I'll plate some of the soup.
Yeah. Why
And I
don't
like
you do that?
to cook the pasta beforehand because a lot of people don't want carbs. So
Yeah, well, you
So you
mentioned
can-
as you were cooking in the soup that, like you said, when you cook American chop suey and you throw the pasta in there, it really gets big and
yep. Or you can
soft.
eat it the
and-
next day. Yeah.
So that's a good tip. I wouldn't think to do that.
Or you can use rice also. Like,
Yeah, rice.
chickpeas.
Yeah.
Then you can put some.
Oh, that looks good. So you
Grated
put
Parm
the
cheese.
minestrone on the bottom.
I put the noodles
Or
first.
noodles, I mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because then they put the hot broth on it and it heats them up instantly. So there you have
Wow.
your.
And I think that our apple crisp should
Oh,
be
yeah.
done
Okay,
too. So
that's in the microwave.
let me grab that. We'll bring that over. Hello. Put that on some plates. Now this is fun. I think this is a good idea, you know. It's just enough for everyone
Yep.
to have a nice sampling.
And all the edges are a lot crunchier. The edges are always good on
That's
apple crisp.
true.
Yeah. So this way you get the whole.
You get the whole effect
yeah,
in
yep,
one
uh-huh.
one shebang. So there we have it. We have our sandwiches, our pizza, our soup, and for dessert, some apple crisp. Well done.
Thank you.
Another one in the can, as they
Pretty
say.
simple. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, that should do it for our show today. Thanks again to Hunter Appliance for allowing us to come down and invade their space for a little while. And thank you, Carol, for
welcome.
cooking another delicious meal. I'm Mark Crory, and as
The Hopster.
always, Carol Vales. And we'll see you next time on Cooking with Hoppy.